Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this video we'll be solving the Leetcode problem 53rd, which is maximum subarray. In this we are given an integer array and we have to find a subarray whose sum is the maximum in all of the subarrays. Say for this array I could have different subarrays that starts from -4. Okay, I'll just list all of them here. 3, 2, and then there will be another -4, 3, 2, 1, and also the another one with -1. Then there will be some subarray starting from 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. If you notice, if you generate all the subarrays, there will be one subarray which is 3 to 1, whose sum would be the 6, and there will be no other subarray whose sum is greater than 6. So the answer here would be 6 and it will be coming from this subarray 3 to 1. If you try to think of the brute force solution, what you could do is you could just simply generate all the subarrays, okay? Generate all the subarrays and you could just find their sum and find their sum, and whichever subarray has the maximum sum, that subarray is your answer, okay? I'll just write the pseudocode here. So you will have one variable int max sum so far. Okay. Initially this will be the negative value and you will start your loop from 0 to n minus 1. Okay. And there will be another loop which starts from I and it goes all the way to n minus 1. Okay. And you will have one variable current sum which you will just declare here int current sum and it would be 0, and then you will be just updating this current sum with the value at the index j. Okay, say for in this example here what you will be doing using this code is I'll just write the test case here -4 3 2 1 -1. Okay, when your index I is at this index, okay, what you will do is you will just have the j moving from left to right from I to n minus 1. So the j will, when I is at this index, j will take this value. It will put that value in the current sum. Then j will come move here. It will just add it to the current sum. Then j will move here. It will add it to the current sum. So what you notice is this I and j is basically the subarrays that moves, that whose starting point is I and whose ending point is j. I'll be just generating all the subarrays and I'll update my max sum so far. Okay, this will basically be the maximum of max sum so far and the current sum. Okay, if you notice that I'm just running two loops, one loop is nested inside the other. So the time complexity would be of n as the loop goes from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, this is of n for this loop, and there is another loop inside it which is n, which also goes from I to n minus 1. So it will be of n into of n, which basically gives me of n square. Okay, and the space complexity would be of 1, which is constant time, as I'm not using any extra space here. Okay, and mostly this will time out in Leetcode as the constraints given to us are the length goes from 1 all the way to 10 raised to power minus 5. Okay, and as a rule of thumb, if the constraints are 10 to raised to power 5, so it means I have to come up with a solution which is either of n or it has to be of n log n. So can you just optimize the code? So let's try to think. I'll just use the same test case here. So if you notice, when I'm at this index 2, what I could do is either this 2 can join whatever the sum is coming from left side, or this 2 can start a new sum on its own. Let's assume there is a train coming from this side, okay, of sum. Either this 2 can join that train. It could say that, okay, I am seeing a positive sum coming from from left side. Let's join that sum so that I become more powerful. Or if the sum coming from the left side is negative, it could just say that why should I join you? I could just start a new sum on my own, right? So it's a kind of intuition. It's a greedy approach if you say. So for each index, I'll have two choices, right? Either I could just join whatever the sum is coming from the left side, or I could just start a new sum on my own. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just have a variable max sum so far. Initially, this will be a negative value. I'll just have current sum, which is the sum coming from the left side. Okay, I'll just loop from 0 to n minus 1, and I'll have two choices here. Okay, either this new sum, either this new number could just start a new subarray that starts from this index and its maximum, or it could just say that whatever is coming from the left side, it sees that whatever is coming from the left side is positive, so it makes sense for me to get added to that current sum, right? It's beneficial for him to get added to that current sum. Or if he sees this element, it sees that whatever the sum is coming from the left side, it's negative. Why I should get added to that? I could just start a new array on my own. So these are the two choices represented here. And then while I'm traversing from left to right, I'll just update my maximum so far, which will just store whichever value was maximum when I'm taking these two choices. Okay. And then I'll just return maximum so far. What do you think will be the time complexity of this solution? There is only one loop which is going from 0 to n minus 1, and there will be at max n elements, so the time complexity is of n. I'm not using any space, so it will be a constant time. Okay. Now I'll just show you the same code on Leetcode so that you can get an idea. If you notice here, the problem is same. Okay. I have to find the largest sum. I'll be just using the same approach. I'll just declare max sum so far variable, and initially it will be a minimum value. I'll have another variable which is current sum. Initially it will be 0. I'll traverse my array all the way from left to right, and when I'm traversing the array, I'll just update my current sum. So this current sum is basically there are two options. Either this current number can start a new subarray by taking this number as a starting element, or it could just get added whatsoever is coming from the left side, right? Because there might be a chance that whatever is coming from the left side is already positive, and when I get added to it, it makes more sense for me as it increases my chances of getting more higher sum basically. Okay, so I'll just update max sum so far, and in the end, I'll just return this max sum so far as it will be my answer. Okay, so I'll just try to check if it passes the given test cases. Okay, I'll just submit the code. Okay, it passes. I hope you guys understood the problem and the solution. If you like the solution, please like the video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting more such videos.